君よ恐れるな心赴くまま風を切り進むその旅路を暁が知らせ
No words to describe this episode. Polnareff, look, I'm laughing. Well, I'm not laughing. I'm smiling because it was a really good episode. I can't believe what I just saw. Polnareff, boy. If Polnareff, my God. Yo, and this was his best episode ever. This was Polnareff's best moments in this episode. It really was Polnareff, bro. I think I'm just gonna talk about Polnareff the whole review because Polnareff deserves his own tribute after this episode. If he really is dead, I'm dead. I'm really dead. If he's dead, I'm dead. I do not want him to die. Polnareff made me a fucking fan this episode. I've always liked Polnareff, but this episode just made me a fan of his. Polnareff, I hope to God you're not dead, because JoJo kills off people. It's one of those animes where nobody's really safe. You know, they're safe in the beginning, but once you get to the end, to the climax, that's when people start dying. And Avdol is still questionable because he got sucked into darkness, so I'm not sure if he's fully undead. But what we see in this episode, in the end, Polnareff could be dead. Now, I'm 90% certain he's dead. 10% of me saying he's not dead. The only reason it's 90% is because, like I said, JoJo loves killing off people. They do kill off people, but the way that his stand works, Vanilla's Ice stand, it says it sucks it in, it eats it. It doesn't just shred it. We see everything getting destroyed, but it's not getting destroyed, it's getting swallowed, that's what she said, by the stand. So, I'm still hoping, I still think he might be alive. Polnareff, oh my God, Polnareff, man, Polnareff. Look, there's a lot of reasons why I love this episode, so many reasons. A lot of reasons. That's only like 3 reasons. But look, this episode was fucking awesome. The battle was awesome. The animation was awesome. The monologues were awesome. The tension was awesome. Everything was awesome about this fight. This fight is fucking awesome. This whole fight is freaking awesome. I said that like so many fucking times. It's a really epic fight. This feels like it's a finale fight. They're getting pushed to their limits. This is the farthest that Polnareff and Iggy went for a fight. They're going in, man. They're going ham right now. Now, the reason why I like this fight, there's a lot of deep meaning in this fight. First off is Polnareff and Avdol have the biggest connection relationship out of all 4 of these guys. Well, I'm not gonna say out of all 4 because Joe, Star, and Joseph, they do have their own connection. You know, Dad and JoJo. But I mean, like, other than those two, Polnareff and Avdol, they've been through thick and thin together. It's been foreshadowed. It's been shown to us throughout since the beginning that these two were like meant to be together. Not in that way, you know, but like just to fight alongside each other, and they do care about each other. You know, back then when I forgot his name. I think it was Whole Horse when he killed Avdol. That was the beginning of their friendship. You know, the beginning of the real friendship and the start of their bonding. You know, as friends, we see that, you know, they care about each other, and now we see it again. You know, again, Avdol sacrifices his life for Polnareff, and we see the effects. We see how much he cares for Avdol. He goes berserk. I love that scene in the beginning where he just starts destroying everything like in super high speed. That just shows it, man. It shows it. He cares for Avdol. He's a bro. Ah, man, if they're dead, I'm gonna be really fucking sad. I was smiling because there's still a chance that they might not be dead, but it's JoJo. They might be dead, man. The way he went out too, man, Polnareff, he went out like a boss. Well, yeah. Okay, that's the thing. Look, that's the first relationship I want to talk about. Avdol and Polnareff. You know, it's been hinted at the beginning that these two, you know, they might die together. They might die in the same battle, you know, since the whole horse incident. And they've been shown to, you know, be best friends. And they've been the closest out of the 4. So, another connection I want to talk about is Iggy's connection. As we see, since the beginning of the season, Iggy treated Polnareff like shit. Remember that when he always farted in his face? When he ignored what he had to say? But look at this, now they're working together to save their lives, and we see we see the development in Iggy's character. He's actually trying his best in his 3 legs, trying to stand up, trying to save Polnareff. Remember, they weren't the best of buddies in the beginning. They hated each other. I wouldn't say hate, but you know, they didn't like each other. They treat each other like shit. Now we see them perfectly in sync, working together. They don't have to say anything to each other. They just know what to do. They're using their stands cooperatively. They're using it perfectly. They use Iggy's stand to clone Dio in his image, and yeah, that shit was genius. That was really genius. I love that. They also use Iggy's stand to trace the route of Vanilla Ice's stand, so they could kind of predict where he's gonna be at. Another genius move. They just work so perfectly in sync, and that's a major development. That's really major development. It's just very ironic too, because they weren't the best of friends. I would say out of the whole group, those two were like the most hated for each other. You get me? Well, I hope you guys get me. But yeah, that's why I love this episode. It just shows the bond between the whole group. When they're facing death, they gotta work together, and that's where their ideals about each other changes. So I love them. And Iggy and Polnareff, they've hated each other since the beginning, but now they're pretty much killing themselves to save each other. They're fucking beautiful. Like I said, man, I hope they're not dead. I really hope they're not dead, but we'll see. These are my raw reactions, guys. This is my raw reaction to the episode. I'm surprised that shit actually happened. I really thought, you know, they're making fun of shonen anime, saying, you know, at the last minute they're gonna come and save them, but it's JoJo. It's not that cliche, man. It's not cliche. Polnareff, he's gone. He's fucking gone. I don't know where to, in heaven or in that darkness reality thing, but he's somewhere. My God. Now, if people are wondering why Vanilla Ice did not die when he pretty much stabbed his brain, well, honestly, I kind of wish they would go more in depth with that, because they didn't really go in depth with that. It's like they're expecting us to see the whole first season. I am halfway through the first season, so I kind of know why he didn't die. Because he's an immortal vampire now, so yeah, that's why he didn't die, because he got Dio's blood. Remember when he pretty much killed himself, then Dio revived him using his blood, so he's pretty much a vampire, an immortal vampire. He can't die that easily. You gotta pretty much cut off his head to kill the guy. So that's why he didn't really die when he stabbed him through the brain. Ah, man. Oh, shit. JoJo, why are you gonna give me the feels like that? The feels are real in this. But that fight is epic. That fight is fucking, I love that fight. That fight is really fucking good. It feels like a finale fight. It really does. Like the whole episode, beginning to end, was pure fight, strategic moves, just maneuver, awesome battle choreography. It was fucking awesome. And this fight is fucking awesome. And I thought, someone from the comments section below said that this guy is Dio's right-hand man. So he's the last guy out of everybody. I don't think they said that. I don't think they said it was his right-hand man. I do believe you, though, but I wish they would have said, you know, this is the main guy. This is the second in command of the Dio's group. You gave me something like that, but they didn't really go in depth with that. So thank you for telling me. So that's pretty much the episode. The fight between Polnareff and Vanilla Ice. Epic fight, man. Definitely a contender. One of my favorite fights of the year already. I think it will end up becoming. It will end up in my countdown for the top 10 fights of the end of the year. Because this fight's fucking awesome. I'm loving it. I'm really loving the fight. And I cannot wait for Dio's fight. Because if this fight's already that awesome, I imagine Dio. Because I know Dio's stand. I've seen the OVA. Dio's stand is fucking hacked. Can't wait for that shit. Ugh. But yeah, Iggy, if anything, man, I predict that if they are, well, I'm not even saying they're dead, but, you know, right now, they can't fight. They're obviously not there. So, it's going to be up to Iggy to warn Joestar and JoJo. So, that's the thing I'm wondering, too, because if they do fight them, how in the fuck are they going to fight Dio? Because they need to be in full strength, you get me? They can't fight Dio if they're, you know, 50% in strength. So, if anything, I do believe Joestar, I think his name is Joestar. The JoJo names really get me confused, so I'm sorry about that. It's Joestar, you know, the grandpa guy, and Kyokuni. Those two will probably end up fighting, you know, finishing Polnareff's battle with Vanilla Ice, since Polnareff didn't really accomplish it. But, you know, all due respect to Polnareff, man, he put in a fucking good effort. I respect Polnareff a lot more after this episode, man. We just see how fucking, oh my god. His reactions, the things he was saying after all this was happening, you know. I'll get to that later. But I was gonna say about the abuse of Iggy, because that was kind of hard to watch. It really was hard to watch. But yeah, it'll probably be Cat Queen and Joe Star to finish the job versus Vanilla Ice, and then Joseph will end up. No, it's not Joseph. Forgot his name. But yeah, JoJo, you know what I'm talking about. JoJo will end up fighting Dio one-on-one. So pretty fucking epic shit. Well, that's unpredictable. I don't know if it's gonna actually turn out like that, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Like I was saying with the Iggy thing, Iggy got his ass whooped. Like, oh, look, I love animals. Actually, if you've seen my vlogs, I want to be a veterinarian. So watching that shit, actually, it was very painful to watch. It really was, because that's one thing about JoJo that I love and hate about it at the same time. JoJo does not sugarcoat anything. When they decide to do something, they go all in, or they don't do it at all, man. When they show abusiveness, we've seen it a lot in the series so many fucking times, and they always fuck with animals. Why is it always animals? Like, it's like they know I want to be a veterinarian, so they're like, you know what? Here you go, Chris. All this animal abuse. Like, it's hard to watch. It's almost as hard to watch as the fucking commercial about donating money to help those animals, those sheltered animals. You know that commercial that I'm talking about. It's the girl that's talking, and they had that sad song playing in the background saying, please help donate to save these poor animals. It's almost as hard to watch as that. It really fucking was. Oh my god, like I was saying, like, Iggy was verbally abused. He was told that he has no soul. I was like, god damn it. Like, I don't know nothing about that, but still, just hearing saying that to Iggy, saying he has no soul, that's fucked up. He was getting his ass kicked. He was getting kicked in his ribs. That shit was raw. It was really fucking raw. But like I was saying, man, that's one thing about JoJo. They don't sugarcoat anything. Once they don't censor anything. Well, they do censor some stuff, but they could have censored this. They could have easily censored this. Tokyo would have censored this. They would have easily censored this. But no, JoJo's something. Now, fuck you guys. No one censors my shit. Boom. They showed it full on raw. Yeah, so yeah, that was hard to watch, but that's what I love about JoJo. Polnareff versus Vanilla Ice. Epic fight, as I said before, definitely contender for the best fight of the year. What are you guys' thoughts, man? Do you guys think he's dead? 90% of me saying he's dead, 10% saying he's just in that dimension. Once they defeat Vanilla Ice, they'll come back, but regardless, you're gonna have, well, Polnareff's gonna have a hole in his leg still. He's gonna have only 3 fingers on his left hand, and he's gonna have no toes. So, it's not like he came out unscathed. So, it'll be okay if he comes back, because he got fucking injured. He got fucking wrecked. Same thing with Polnareff. He has no arms. He's walking around like this now, like, goddamn. Yeah, Iggy got fucked up too, but Iggy's still alive with us, so we'll see, man. What do you guys think of this episode? Fucking awesome episode, 10 out of 10 episode. This is just getting me more hyped for the mega fight, of Joe versus Dio. Ooh, can't wait for that shit. Leave your comments down below, guys. Thank you for watching. Take care, be safe, have an awesome day. Peace. That's all the ending preview for the next week's episode of JoJo. Now, who is that bitch? Who is that old lady? The Vanilla Ice disappear or what? Like, they're not focusing on Vanilla Ice, which is, it looks like they're facing somebody else. It looks like they're facing someone else. It's an old lady. Joestar and JoJo are facing someone else. That's not Vanilla Ice. Yet the episode's still called, you know, the same shit. It's just part 3. So, I don't know. It's very confusing. I don't know if they either, you know, I got 2 routes where this is going. One thing is, they're gonna have another opponent, and while they're doing their thing, they're gonna come back. You know, once they finish that fight, if it is a different fight, they're gonna come back and try helping Polnareff. But when they get there, Polnareff or Iggy or whoever it is already finished with their battle, because they were able to beat Vanilla Ice, and they're gonna show us in a flashback how they did it. Or secondly, everyone got sucked into Vanilla Ice's dimension, and they're pretty much fighting inside of him. I don't know how that's gonna work. I have no idea. Maybe there's a whole different world in there. I don't know. It did happen in Bobo. That's Bobo. I'm tempted to read the manga now, but I shall wait the 1 week, even though it's gonna be hell. But so yeah, I'm very confused. They're fighting someone else. That's not Vanilla Ice. I see the preview, and there's some old lady there, and he's getting bit. JoJo's getting bit by the old lady. Like, what? Wait, what? Who is this girl? An anime only watcher. Please let me know below what are your thoughts on this, because I am very confused.